Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on orders over $10. From August 18th, 2020 through September 25th, 2020, if you use this promo code, you will automatically be entered into a drawing to win a Zendikar Rising set booster box. Also, there is another way to enter where no purchase is necessary. See the link in the description below for full details. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to the special edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. It is that time of the week again to count down the top 10 hottest cards of the week. And much like we saw on last weekend's Market Watch, there's a lot of reserve list buyouts going on. Some of them have made it into the list today. But remember, the criteria for our top 10 is twofold. It's percentage increases as well as cards actually changing hands. We want to see an increase in sales as well, not just an increase in asking price. With that being said, just one quick reminder before we get started. If you go over to flipsidegaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. And currently, you can pre-order Zendikar Rising products there. As a matter of fact, the collector booster box comes to $211.50 if you use that Heroes promo code, and that does include shipping in the United States. And of course, whenever you use that code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Withering Boon. This card's been hot for a few weeks now. It goes up $3.22 to $6.99 for an 85% increase. And the main reason this card has more interest on it is Tiny Bones Trinket Thief from Jumpstart. A lot of players are building mono black commander decks around Tiny Bones. Cards like this have been more sought after. Number 9 is Gilt-Leaf Archdruid. This goes up $4.38 to $11.09 for a 65% increase. This is a Morning Tide rare, and if you watch the Market Watch videos, you know already that this was the time period of Magic where not as many packs were open, and there was a little bit of a recession in the game. So some of these rares, they tend to spike sometimes, especially if they've never been reprinted like this one. As far as gameplay goes, this does see some commander play, and it has seen some increased play recently in some of the builds of Radha Heart of Kjell. Number 8 is our first reserve list card of the day. It is Pendrill Mists. It goes up $7.28 to $18.99 for a 62% increase. Honestly, the card doesn't see a whole lot of play, but there's a lot of reserve list buyouts going on. Like I said at the top of the video, this is one of them. Many of the cards that were targeted were some of the cheaper cards that people could buy large quantities of, and that's why cards like this are making it onto the list. Number 7 is Phyrexian Purge, up $7.89 this week to $12.89 for a 158% increase. This is another reserve list card, and it's another card that does see a little commander play, but really not much else. And like the previous card, it feels like it's been the target of a buyout. Number 6 is Opalescence, another reserve list card, going up $9.18 to $19.91. That's an 86% increase. This is sometimes found in enchantment heavy builds though in Commander. Number 5 might be the textbook example of fear of missing out. This is Apocalypse Chime from Homelands. It is on the reserve list. It goes up $13.85 this week to $14.57. That, my friends, is a 1,918% increase this week. Alright, so even though this is on the reserve list, it's from Homelands. It was printed into the ground. It doesn't see play anywhere. Why would this get targeted for a buyout? Well, a few weeks ago, a similar card for the Arabian Nights expansion, City in a Bottle, that spiked. That's a reserve list card. It also had a very low print run. Then about a week later, on an Alpha Investments video, another similar card was mentioned. That was Golgothian Silex, which is a similar card in Antiquities. That card then spiked. Again, much lower print run if you're comparing it to this one. Now here we are a week later and this one is spiking. There's actually sales of this card out there. People are truly buying it. Maybe it's just one person, I don't know. But people are buying this card. Don't pay this price. Number 4, Eladamri, Lord of Leaves. This goes up $14.14 to $35.50 for a 66% increase. Much like many of the other cards on the list today, it is a reserve list card that feels like it has been targeted for a buyout. It does see a little commander play though. Number 3 is Paradigm Shift, another reserve list card. It goes up $16.90 to $34.99, and that is a 93% increase. So this card has been seeing some legacy play in Merfolk builds with Thassa's Oracle. Not as much as it was seeing a few months ago, but it is still circulating out there. It also did see some increased commander play a few months ago when Thassa's Oracle came out too. But again, not as much now as it was seeing. So ultimately, this is a card that does feel like it could have some long-term potential over time being on the reserve list. But again, I think the quick jump has to do with a buyout. Number 2, ML the Blast from Jumpstart. It goes up 1814 to 54.99 for a 49% increase. So Jumpstart has had distribution issues, which is why some of the more popular cards have been spiking and have been very expensive. Once they do sort that out and more product is shipped and more packs are cracked, I do think cards like this will settle down. But right now, a lot of people want this because it is a very popular commander. And number 1 is one more reserve list card, Undiscovered Paradise. It goes up $27.25 to $55. That's a 98% increase. And this card, out of all the reserve list cards we talked about today, actually I think has the most potential for true growth in the future. Here's why. First off, it does see a little commander play. Recently, it has been in a land combo build, the commander being Maelstrom Wanderer. And then there's only 2 cards other than Maelstrom Wanderer that are not lands, and those are Mana Severance and Jace Wielder of Mysteries. Also, too, remember, we are returning to Zendikar very soon, and with the landfall mechanic potentially coming back, this card could be even better because it does work really well with that mechanic. That does it for this week's Top 10. We'll be back this weekend for the regular episode of the Market Watch, which is, of course, a big deep dive into everything that's going on in the secondary market. But until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.